every morning with drive. Being on the grind, know I had to survive. We had to win. Started from the dirt and the rubble. I had to be the needle that was popping your bubble.
Hello and welcome in once again to the Rookie Prospect Profile Series, a Zilla Fantasy Elite production. If you haven't hit the subscribe button and you very much enjoy these neural network and RStudio models to assess your incoming rookie running backs, hit that subscribe button. Really goes a long way. Appreciate that. Comment on any guys that you would like to see and leave a like as well. Today we're going to be looking at running back Tank Bigsby. Tank Bigsby was drafted number 88 by the Jacksonville Jaguars. They come into the league out of Auburn, come in with their physical traits at 6 foot, 210 pounds with a BMI of 28.5. We see that Tank had a 4.50 40 with a speed score then of 102.4. Putting those physical traits along with some of their college numbers into the RStudio model, we get a prospect score of 14.790, which ranks 79th overall out of the 310 running backs in the RStudio model's database. That is in the 74th percentile, 74.5 to be exact. Shifting over to see who the closest comparables are to Tank Bigsby. In their R prospect score, we see that the next closest better than him is actually Brian Robinson, the rookie last year in Washington's backfield. Joique Bell, Javonte Williams, Jay Ajayi, and Roy Helu round out the top 5 better than him. Looking at the next worst R scores, we're looking at Mark Ingram, next closest, and then Ronnie Hillman, Anthony Dixon, Carlos Williams, and Giovanni Bernard below him there. Really kind of an interesting one here. Tank Bigsby, 6 foot, 210 pounds. Probably profiles more in that Javonte Williams, Brian Robinson range in terms of how he plays. And so it'll be a little bit interesting there as a Jacksonville Jaguar. I think this kind of signals that they're not super happy with Travis Etienne and they just want another back in there who can actually solidify and take some of that volume away from Travis Etienne and just make sure that keeping everybody fresh. So I expect him to get some pretty decent volume and perhaps based on that you can expect some outcomes similar to what Brian Robinson, Javonte Williams were giving you last year. Switching now to the machine learning model for Tank Bigsby, we can see that Tank comes in with a mean of 11.16, a median pretty close there at 11.12, their minimum prediction 7.66, and their maximum prediction there is 14.74. See the 10th percentile outcome at 9.37, 25th percentile 10.1, 75th percentile 12.17, and 90th percentile 13.01. Then we actually see that their mid-50 gap is 2.07, so that's pretty low. Really what that's suggesting is that the neural network model thinks that Tank Bigsby, based on their profile, is going to fall into a pretty narrow range in terms of outcomes. And so just getting into some of those numbers, what might they be if it is a narrow outcome that it's predicting? What can we expect? So looking at Tank Bigsby at that 11.16 range, we're looking at guys in their career best, similar to Charles Sims. He was 11.2. Michael Carter in his rookie season, 11.03. Roy Helu, 10.99. A.J. Dillon's best season so far, 10.92. That's a little bit lower. J.K. Dobbins, his rookie year, 11.23. Trey Mason, 11.3. Same with Carlos Williams. Ty Montgomery, Andre Brown, Alex Collins, all at 11.4. So you can kind of see where he is in that particular range for Tank Bigsby in terms of his median mean outcome. Kind of hopping into the max at 14.74. We're really looking at guys like Tevin Coleman at 14.7, Andre Ellington, 14.8. We have Philip Lindsay, Latavius Murray at 14.9. So those are the guys a little bit above. And then a little bit below, we have Cordero Patterson, 14.66. Ramondre Stevenson's best season, 14.65. So that's similar to where Tank Bigsby's max outcome would be. Carlos Hyde, 14.6. LeGarrette Blount, 14.6. Tariq Cohen, 14.6. So that's kind of the max output you can think of in terms of Tank Bigsby if he hits a ceiling. You're looking at something like a Ramondre Stevenson, Tariq Cohen, LeGarrette Blount, best season in their career. And then getting into those ranks for Mr. Tank Bigsby, we see that the mean rank is actually 16. Same with the median. Their minimum rank is the 8th best in the class. Their maximum rank is actually the 21st best in the class. And then kind of getting into the 10th percentile rank, 12, 25th, 13, 75th, 17, 90th percent rank, 19. You can kind of see, the lower end is good, the higher end isn't as good, and that's why that M50 gap rank is the second best actually in this class. So it's the tightest grouping, if you want to say, in terms of the 25th to 75th percentile outcomes, and really that's leading to a Mimi 50 ratio as well, since his mean rank isn't too bad. His is the 4th best overall, which is kind of saying we're pretty confident that he's going to fall, somewhere in that particular range or, range of outcomes that the model was predicting. It's pretty narrow. So that's going to do it for Tank Bigsby. Hopefully the RStudio model and the machine learning model give you a little bit of that additional confidence in all this analysis that you're doing for your rookie drafts and that you're doing for all of these incoming rookies into the league as running backs. Again, that's going to do it for today's rookie prospect profile on Tank Bigsby. This is presented by Zilla Fantasy Elite. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Bye.
Every morning with drive, been on the grind, know I had to survive, we had to win, started from the dirt and the rubble, I had to be the needle that was popping your bubble.